Y'all, it looks like Dre, Michelle, and Jalen Green have more problems than that huge age gap between them, because these past few days have been full of the craziest stuff. I couldn't leave you hanging, so I brought all the tea. As it turns out, the relationship that claimed to be working, even though it's unconventional, isn't working that much. Okay? Because there are rumors swirling around Draya that are similar to the allegations against Diddy. Things are definitely going downhill. And it's also possible that the daughter Draya shares with Jalen Green may not even be his after all. On top of that, Draya apparently threw hands at Jalen out in the open, walking down the streets of Hollywood. Are they headed for the rocks? Or is this just a lover's spat? Let's get into it. It's not every day you hear about a younger man dating an obviously older woman, but it's way more common to see men with women half their age. That's probably why the internet went crazy with the double standards when it came out that Draya, now 40 years old, is in a relationship with 23-year-old Jalen Green. Things got even messier when people found out that Draya's first son, Nico Howard, is the same age as Jalen. Even stranger, Draya often takes Nico to watch Jalen play, which feels just as awkward as it sounds. Most people felt this was embarrassing for Nico, who honestly looked like he didn't even want to be there. The 17-year age gap is already wild, but the thought that Draya could literally be Jalen's mother is straight up diabolical. But that's not even the main issue here. Well, kind of, but we'll circle back. Rumors that Draya has been creeping around on Jalen started spreading sometime last year. If y'all don't know, Draya first rose to fame on Basketball Wives LA before making headlines for her relationship with Jalen Green. On that show, she co-starred alongside Laura Gavon, who was dating former NBA player Gilbert Arenas at the time. Now stay with me. Another player, Nick Young, sat down for an interview with Vlad TV in 2022, where he recounted a wild story involving himself, Draya, Michelle, and Gilbert Arenas. Nick said that back when he was still a rookie, Gilbert used to haze him by making him drive around as his chauffeur, hat and all, taking him to clubs whenever he wanted.
The club,
no, it's actually true.
With the show, like the shirt for a hat with the little suit was way for Gil. But he paid me for it, so I was like, all right, cool.
Well, but he would get a girl and start messing with her in the backseat?
Backseat. I can't say the name he had, but he had a good one time. And I'm like, is this real? He in the back door, I'm driving. They doing whatever in the back.
Nick mentioned one particular time when he had driven Gilbert to a club, and Draya, along with another girl, entered the car. He recalled how Arenas and Draya allegedly got intimate in the backseat while he was driving. Now, in the world of big-time ballers like Gilbert, getting freaky like this isn't all that surprising. But to Nick Young, it was just a funny story to share. Here's where things got crazy. Laura Gavon appeared on Reality with the King, and when the host asked her about Nick's story, she confirmed it. At that time, she and Arenas were no longer together, but she admitted that what Nick said on Vlad TV was true. And fans were like, what? According to Laura, Draya was Arenas' jump-off chick, and this happened more than once. She even topped it off with an even wilder claim, that she found papers in the house she shared with Arenas suggesting he had paid Draya. Allegedly, Arenas gave Draya $25,000 to bring her to LA. That revelation sent fans and haters into a frenzy, and Draya got dragged from pillar to post. With her reputation on the line, she eventually clapped back, insisting she was innocent, or was she? In a long-deleted series of Instagram stories, Draya wrote, "First, I'm not the type of person to clear things up, but enough is enough. I've been cyberbullied and podcast bullied for almost 12 months straight by men and women. I stayed quiet. I didn't mess with anybody's husband. Let's be clear, no one was married. Let's also be clear that the interactions I had with him were years before I was on the show. So yes, I was in that backseat, though." She went on to defend herself further, saying that she didn't bash people online because she wasn't proud of everything she had done in the past. "I don't come to social media to bash people. I didn't always have the conscience that I have today." At the time, most people seemed to move on, until things started going downhill again. When Arenas was later asked about the alleged interaction, he didn't deny that something happened, but he also didn't fully confirm it either. Fans found it wild that the next man Draya would involve herself with was young enough to be her son. And this isn't just hypothetical. Her first son is literally the same age as Jalen. When news broke that she was dating him, the internet went ballistic, labeling her a cougar and accusing her of grooming. But when Draya was asked about the backlash, she shrugged it off and made it clear she didn't care. In her words,
I don't know what people's problem is. Two adults being in love, I don't know why that would rub people the wrong way. It's kind of weird. Love is love at the end of the day.
I mean, we see guys do this all the time, older men dating younger women. It happens a lot. But ladies don't usually flip the script like that, so yeah, it's kind of weird. And the way Draya has been moving makes it even messier. He's the same age as her son, yet she's bringing Jalen and Nico to the games together. Were they supposed to be best friends? Because clearly, she doesn't care. What made it worse was when she turned Jalen into a whole baby daddy. Yep, she got pregnant and gave birth to a daughter named Light Green in May 2024. And not me laughing at that name. You really got some names on you, boy. But here's the gag. Someone else beat her to it. In 2024, Jalen went from being childless to being the father of two. 3 months before Light Green was born, it was revealed that a California student named Maya Lopo gave birth to his first child, Maura Lopo. Maya, reportedly the same age as Jalen, welcomed the baby on February 12, 2024. When Draya found out, she was furious, especially after realizing that child support money would now be split between her and the other woman. Yes, you heard me right. Jalen is actively involved in his kids' lives, and that includes finances. But things got even uglier when Jalen was accused of impregnating yet another woman while he and Draya were still together. The internet clowned her badly, saying she thought she could pin Jalen down because she was older and wiser, but instead, the trickster got tricked. And honestly, if not for her own reputation, she might have handled things differently, especially for her son Nico. Word on the streets is that Nico is now estranged from Draya because of her relationship with Jalen. Imagine the kind of bullying that boy must face, knowing his mom's baby daddy is literally his peer. People joke that Nico and Jalen probably grew up watching the same cartoons. But things really spiraled when Draya and Jalen had a full-blown fight just days ago. And I don't mean just a heated argument. I'm talking about a serious altercation where they had to be pulled apart before things got physical. The scene went down in the middle of New York Fashion Week, right out on the streets. Are these two the new Blueface and Crisin? Because that's what it's giving. Allegedly, Draya had a little too much to drink at a party and blurted out that she had been stepping out on Jalen, just like he did to her while she was pregnant. She may have even insinuated that Light isn't his child. Now, you didn't hear it from me. That's just word on the street. Some say she only snapped because Jalen looked at another woman a little too long, and she wanted to prove she still had the upper hand. Things went sideways fast. Jalen clapped back, and rumors of their fallout spread like wildfire. Draya quickly tried to do damage control, uploading a video of the two of them all loved up as if they hadn't just gone at each other's throats. But fans weren't buying it. Many say their relationship dynamic looks more like mother and son than partners. Others accuse Draya of chasing NBA money, with internet users claiming she's been passed around the basketball world. The gold digger label got slapped on her again, with people saying she only had a baby to pin Jalen down, especially since he recently signed a $106 million renewal contract. And honestly, she knows the game. Draya has been around this scene long enough to understand how to run it up on a young baller like Jalen. Normally, these guys are private, so the fact that their fight spilled out publicly means something major went down. Some say it's about their daughter. And if Jalen really questions whether Light is his, the whole situation could explode. But the wildest allegation yet? It doesn't even come from Jalen's circle, it comes from Hitmarker. Yes, and it involves P. Diddy. Now, everyone knows that being linked to Diddy these days is not a good look. Once your name is tied to him, the allegations are nearly impossible to shake. According to Hitmarker, the last time he saw Draya, she was with Diddy, and he swore she was doing something under the blanket right in front of him. He even claimed that Cassie was in the house while it happened. Hitmarker said he was there for a business meeting and saw it all unfold. Now, we can't say for sure, it's all alleged. Draya never confirmed or denied it. But one thing's certain, she's admitted before that she did things in her past without the conscience she has now. And if that's true, then maybe this isn't as far-fetched as it sounds.
Like last time I seen Draya, when we was talking about that shit, she was with Puff. And I feel like she was giving a nigga a hand. This Puff was trying to have a meeting with me or whatever. And like, we there and like Cassie's in the house or whatever. And like Draya's there or whatever. And like Draya's sitting next to him.
Yeah, threesome.
Niggas trying to have a meeting with me. And like, I think that like Draya like giving him a hand job or something under the blanket. I'm like, bro, I don't want to talk too much. I went back downstairs.
But right now, not only is her son barely speaking to her, it looks like Jalen might not be sticking around much longer either. Draya may be running out of ways to keep him occupied, but if there's one thing we know about her, it's that she always bounces back quickly. Still, at this point, Jalen Green's world is officially upside down, and Draya Michelle's secrets are spilling out for everyone to see. DNA results have confirmed what the rumors have been whispering all along, and now the internet is watching this relationship unravel in real time. From public fights in the streets, to shocking allegations, to messy family drama, it's clear that nothing about this situation is normal, and definitely not simple. And one thing's for certain, the fallout isn't over. The real question now is, will Jalen finally move on and cut ties for good, or will Draya pull off yet another comeback to keep him trapped in her orbit? Either way, this saga is far from finished, and the tea is only getting hotter. Music.